Pillars of Eternity continues. Welcome back everyone to video 3. I've decided to start this over. Went back into the runes to make sure I didn't miss anything. Got her 7, thought I might have missed a path next to the runic explosion runes deal down there, and turns out it's just a dead-end wall. I will go ahead and level now though. I've decided, since we are playing Lug-Lug, that we're going to go with the two-handed style. Gives us plus 15% damage. Now, one thing you want to learn about this game quickly is that you're not necessarily going to be prepped for all battles. I took the liberty of exploring here a little bit, and it turns out it's not just an easy walk through the park. Just making sure I didn't miss anything up here real quick. We'll check out Lug-Lug's details in detail later. Admith Sweat. And another exit. We don't want to leave yet. Okay, we don't want slow mode. Normal mode is fine.
More likely you'll have to sleep.
So the way this works is once you run out of endurance, you get knocked out. Health is a little bit harder to come by and to heal. It's more of a permanent thing until you camp, things like that. So keeping your endurance up during a battle is key. The grass is still flattened behind the wagon's wheels. Barrels of cabbages, potatoes, and squash have been overturned and abandoned. Okay. Scroll of Tanglefoot, some camping supplies, and silver loose. The most common Valian coin to be found in Dyrwood is this silver loose fish, so named for its resemblance to the scales of fish. And a scroll of Tanglefoot, which we cannot use, I'm assuming. Rapidly grows a patch of twisted vines that surround and entangle anyone unlucky enough to get caught inside. Characters who set foot inside the area of effect become hobbled. Don't become hobbled. We'll take it. Alright, let's see.
blade in the dark.
Maybe. Except your sneak sucks.
Hail and well met.
The man appears to be hurriedly dismantling his camp in quick, jerky movements. He looks up as you approach, his expression tense and drawn. "Greetings," he says, a little breathless. "On your way south, is it?" Have to say, I don't see too many Amawa out this way. You headed to Defiance Bay? Hey, lots of work on the harbor, I hear. He wipes his brow, turning to face you. The sooner you're clear of these woods, the better, I think. Let's talk to him before we get too aggressive. What's your hurry? The man looked down at the tent and then at his hands. I mean to follow my own advice. Came out here on a hunt, me and a friend of mine. Thought we'd bring a stag home, eat something other than bread for once. Came up on a bear instead. Great monstrous thing. And Pearly, he didn't make it. He shakes his head. I don't know what I'll tell his wife. In any case, this forest already cost me a friend. I'm heading home before it takes anything else. Where did you find this bear? Looked like hungry. In a cave a ways up that way. He turns to point northwest. I wouldn't seek it out if I were you. It's a great brute of a beast. Would hate to hear that it took another life. In any case, this forest already cost me a friend. I'm heading home before it takes anything else. You a broken record? Who are you? Name's Naughton. Born and raised in Gilded Vale. Haven't had a spot of luck since. His face twists. Luckier than Pearly, I suppose. What happened to him? He bear dinned in? We didn't see it coming. Naughton's voice shakes a little as he speaks. We were following a stag. Pearly. He saw something in the brambles. We went tearing off after it. We all but stumbled into the cave, but poor Pearly didn't stand a chance. The bear was on top of him before we knew what was happening. The beast will take what they will, I suppose. He smiles sadly. And this time, Galawain's favor fell upon the bear. Sorry. Bye-bye. Alright, so let's see what kind of stuff we can get away with here.
Hail, traveler.
I guess once I refuse to be aggressive off the bat. Well, maybe let's go look for his friend. He'd give us something. There's that other part of evil in my Let's Plays, and that's the money-hungry sort of evil. The mercenary that puts money before anything else.
A blade in the dark.
So I guess that big fat red eye means I am obviously seen. Now we could head to Gilded Vale now, which is probably the smart thing to do. We may need to come back for some of these encounters, especially that bear. What we don't want to do as a solo fighter is aggro a bunch of characters at once. That will be our demise. Picking up that river reed. Shattered pieces of crate are strewn across the dirt, along with a few muddy vegetables. It's a waste of good food. Not sure why slow mode is automatically taking over. It must know I'm a beginner. Slow mode I'll probably end up using when I have a bunch of characters.
Our enemies will find us dead on our feet.
Got us a helm.
They won't see me coming.
Uh-oh, I'm gonna get ganged up on now. That's a sure loss right there. Whoa. We're on quick save.
Of course.
Gotta make those hits, man. Can't even hit these bastards, man. Here we go.
The longer we walk, the more lightly you'll have to sleep.
Good, man. You're feeling groovy. I don't think you get fatigued for continuing on. These aged walls appeared to once have encircled this entire glade. Only a small fragment remains, and the stairs leading to the top of the structure have crumbled away. Let's examine it more closely. The heavy bricks are slick with moss, presenting a hindrance to climbing, but the stones themselves seem sturdy enough. Given the right tools, one might easily reach the top. You find a handhold upon one of the large stones and start to pull yourself up. You make your way steadily up the crumbling ruin and over the top. Because we got good athletics, folks. And that's why we get Fulvano's gloves. +2 dexterity and worth 410 copper. Though never as famed as he would claim, the valiant explorer Fulvano was known for his eccentric who wished to see the world. Where possible, he traveled by foot to gain a local's appreciation for the sights, sounds, and smells of the lands he passed through. In practice, however, Fulvano often claimed that his explorations proved only that the world outside of the Valian republics was a foul, smelly place that paled in comparison to his homeland. These gloves are said to have belonged to Fulvano, who often found himself in need of some protection as he climbed harsh terrain or maneuvered through forest. While thick enough to provide some warmth, they all meant first and foremost to be flex enough not to hint a delicate task. Alright. Plus some armor and a scrawled letter. I do not think you'll ever see this, but you are right. Fulvano. We should have journeyed south together and been safer for it. I would tolerate all the gloating in the world if I might live to hear it. I put myself out of reach of the beast circling below, but I am done all for all the same. Do not think I'll rise again. Whoever finds this, pray for me. Perhaps in the next life, I shall be a trapper of wolves. You are already at the maximum quantity of camping supplies. Well, that means I'm gonna camp. Sure. Feeling nice and fresh though, and 90 hit points. Let's put those gloves on, baby. Fulvano's gloves. Now, what? I guess one of my question is to you guys is that I know this game. What is making it decide what to put in my stash and what not? Like, this should be in my stash. I don't do one-handed weapons, baby. Two-handed master only. Kind of the same weapon. Almost exactly the same weapon. Except this one can switch between slashing and crushing, whereas my sword is going to be pure slashing. I'm going to put my beer in there so I can drink it. But yeah, it looks like... Okay, cool. It auto sorts. Thank you. That's nice. I did not think it was going to do that. You just drop it over there, boom, it takes care of the rest. Appreciate you. Boom. Boom, look at that. Absolutely nothing happened over there. Look at that. Oh, wait, speed did. Speed's going up to 48. Damage, though? No. It's not really a finesse weapon. Alright, let's continue. I don't know if I can beat those dwarves, but we might try again. Kind of got lucky with the wolves. Why not get lucky with the dwarves? I probably do need to take that crossbow guy out, though. Yeah, climb down. You swing yourself over the side and pick your way back down to ground level. Should we go try the bear? Let's see how big bad bear, if he can take on Lug Lug. Apparently this is his home.
Keeping an eye out.
+1 damage reduction. I'm gonna probably need it. Holy hell. Yeah, this bear does some serious damage. Damn! I fucking swatted Lug Lug. Holy hell. Swatted. Alright. Make note, coming back for bear, might as well come back for dwarves. Little dragon whelp does not help much. Whoa! These guys are no match for Lug Lug. This is more my speed. Love the cleavability. Love the fact that it groups everything together so you don't have to click on everyone. The struts and support are large enough to be the ribs and vertebrae of a dragon. Remember, these guys are dragon worshippers, so they probably have access to dragon bone and the like.
A blade in the dark.
Too bad the other guy doesn't help me in this fight. Ah! How did you do that? Oh, that was a different story, this battle. And you got gibbed, bitch. Yeah, give me all the goodies.
Good day, stranger.
By the flame, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thought I'd be stuck cooking for these ignorant assholes for the rest of my life. Until they were bored with me, I suppose. I must get back home. I only hope they haven't hired a replacement. The dwarf looks aghast. Listen, next time you're in the Gilded Vale, stop by the Black Hound Inn. I'll let Paskin know just what you've done for me, and I'm sure she'll do right by you in turn. Oh, to be back on my oven again. Major positive. Oh, no. I should have waited for them to eat this guy. You have earned reputation. Reputation can be held with communities or factions in the Eastern Reach and will affect how members of the group respond to you. In some cases, Friends or enemies of those groups will also react to your affiliations. Helping a group will increase your positive reputation with the group. Harming a group will increase your negative reputation. It is possible to have a mix of positive and negative reputation with the group. You help and harm them in equal measure. Well, I don't think there was any other options as far as an evil route for that particular scenario. There is a lot of shit here. A lot of different items. The tent is empty but for a pair of stained cots and the stink of unwashed bodies. That's nasty. Even auto-label stuff? Man! It went all out on this game. I'm gonna save here. It's like O'Doyle rules, the Game Order rules. Just want to double check one last time.
As you wish.
I don't think they give me any option to be evil. Like cut that guy's throat, join the group. Yeah, it's just auto attack. That's alright. I'd rather get quests and experience and items and gold than kill everybody.
As you wish.
But rest assured, when I can be evil, I will be evil. Through their sneak attack ability, rogues have the highest weapon damage outputs of any class. Whenever rogues hit enemies who have afflictions that qualify for sneak attack, they'll automatically do extra damage. I think it's time to head to the Gilded Vale. I have a feeling the game is going to expand at this point. Eight hours have passed. Alright, here at the Gilded Vale, be aware that I am aware that we did leave some items behind in the previous map. There was a secret cache next to a tree where I had to climb up. Unfortunately, Luglug's perception or whatever it is not high enough even in scouting mode to see it. So I think I need to go back with a rogue, but anyways, wasn't there when I checked. And I stood by it in scout mode for a while. I will be doing my darndest to 100% this, all quest, all items, all secret caches, all that good stuff. This tree looks gruesome. Huh? Got a lot of dead bodies.
You must be one of the new settlers. Welcome to Gilded Vale. You'll be pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here.
He glances at the gnarled, leafless monstrosity of a tree next to him. feel at home already.
Of course, we'll need to make some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town from Widewind's legacy. Have you ever sired a Hollowborn child?
Huh? Mind your own damn business.
The well-being of this village is my business. You'd best get used to the idea if you intend to live among us.
Or I could just kill you.
I should warn you, stranger. Here in Gilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our midst.
He steps to the side and inclines his head, ever so slightly, toward the deformed tree.
His lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his approval, I shan't be able to find you a permanent settlement. It will have to wait until after the birth. We can continue our interview then, after the bell tolls from Radric's hold to signal my lord's new heir. In the meantime, you can find temporary accommodations at the inn just southwest of here.
Alright, we got a few options here. Let's see. Looks like we can do some questioning. You said something about Hollowborn and Widewind's legacy before. He blinks. I forgot that you foreigners do not have this curse in your homelands. The Hollowborn have been a scourge amongst the Deerwood for almost 15 years now. He lowers his voice to a whisper. Children born without souls. He shakes his head. Pitiful, dumb things that breathe barely, but do not truly live. Some say the Hollowborn are a disease, some say that they are punishment from the gods. He raises his empty hands. In truth, no one knows, but they begin spreading after the Saints' Wall, and so the name Widewind's legacy stuck in honor of that foul, blasphemous pretender. His voice shakes with vitriol. I see! Lord Radric's decrees may seem strict at times, but he has all best interest at heart. He nods. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to ask. Before I got here, I saw several people conducting a strange ceremony near some ruins. He regards you carefully. You want to mind why you mention that. Trespassing on Ingwethan ruins is illegal, not to mention dangerous. You probably saw someone attempting some new ritual to appease the gods. People will try anything these days. Barath have mercy, we certainly have. I don't think so. Just as they finished, there was a Bayoak. He polishes his spectacles on his sleeve. If you'd been that close to a Bayoak, you wouldn't be standing here. Actually, I've been feeling strange ever since a close call with the Bayoak. The wind really tickled my nuts. Is there somewhere in town who could help? The magistrate frowns. Whatever your problems, it sounds like a matter for an animancer. However, the only animancer in the Gilded Vale isn't in any condition to speak. He points at a body hanging from the tree. He sneers. Consider yourself fortunate. After she failed, Lord Radric, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others. A bad cure is often worse than none at all. But if you're set on finding a bottle of troll piss or dead Adra pebble to rub on your forehead and your nuts, you're welcome to check her pockets. A little corpse stink is nothing when you're digging for shit. My advice, however, is to be satisfied that you escape and leave it at that. Goodbye! He nods curtly. Keep out of the Tree of Death. Listen.
2 tolls. Let that be the last.
Oh shit. Gods have mercy.
It seems your arrival is ill-timed.
Urgeet looks out toward the east, his expression unreadable. He blinks slowly and turns his attention back to you.
3 bells toll only for the death of a Radric. I fear Lord Radric's heir is lost, or else born, and so lost all the same. You should tread carefully. Circumstances have changed a great deal.
Don't threaten me, you little bitch! He shakes his head unmoved. It is no threat, only a warning. Lord Redrick will tolerate no threats to his kin or those who live upon his lands. Grief will not make him more docile.
What do you mean?
You come to us at a time of mourning. The legacy is struck at the heart of Gilded Vale. Our efforts to redeem ourselves in the eyes of Barath must be redoubled. He sets a steady gaze on you.
What happened?
He shrugs one bony shoulder. I will know more details when the messengers arrive. The vagaries of childbirth, perhaps, but that is not your concern.
Does this affect the Lord's offer to new settlers? Lug looking for nearest brothel.
I can be sure of nothing right now. Advise you to get some rest. The inn or stable for all I care. Find me afterwards. I will know more soon enough.
Stable? Not trying to sleep with your mom.
Were you looking for someone in that tree? I could introduce you.
Strange way to talk about your dead.
He looks up at the tree and breathes out. Half the town's up there now. Seems like no right way to talk about it.
I'm looking for someone who can help me feel better. Lug feel like shit right now.
He gives an understanding nod as he takes a long drag from his pipe. My condolences. He exhales and turns his attention away, watching the village around him.
Huh?
The man smiles broadly. Welcome to our lovely village.
Fuck you too. Things are bound to get worse now. This place is really gonna start sucking balls. I'm an angry townsman. So angry, and then I told her that's not a pistol. Ha! Your jokes suck.
I thought Lord Redrick would mark the end of all this. Heard they fended off another attack on Lord Redrick's keep. Nobles put out buoys to float the same. I wish you wouldn't call them that. Blah 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 blah. I was kind of hoping that would just open. Ufra. A dear wooden woman is standing in front of a fireplace, humming a quiet tune to herself, or perhaps to her unborn child, for she is clearly quite pregnant. She turns her head slightly as you enter.
Good day to you.
Well, finally, I was starting to think. The woman makes a startled noise once she turns around and sees you. Oh, shit, sorry. I'm pregnant and this is my home, and a large man just burst in. She gives you a cautious smile. Can I help you?
Nice cat!
Offro smiles brightly. Oh, thank you. She's a sweetheart. Keeps the house clear of mice, too.
Oh yeah, that cat too is nice. I just arrived here at the Gilded Vale. I thought I'd like to get to know the locals. You know, hit up the MILFs.
Were you the one of the caravans? She looks at you hopefully. Master O'Dema's, by chance?
I was. I'm afraid the rest of the caravan was killed.
Offro covers her mouth with a hand, eyes wide with horror. For a few moments she can manage nothing but a strangled, voiceless gasping, her eyes brimming with tears. I knew. I told her it was dangerous path to take. Kalisha was always so certain she could take on any danger. Offro sniffs. Oh, my poor sister. I'm sorry, stranger. I can't believe she's gone. If only I hadn't called her here. If I hadn't written to her, she might still be alive somewhere. Offro's face crumples and a solitary tear slides down her cheek.
Quit your sniveling! How are you going to raise a child if you're this weak?
Offro looks up at you with stunned surprise. For a moment a defensive anger sweeps across her features, and then she lowers her head. I was never as strong as she was. All I ever wanted was a quiet life, and now there's no one to help me.
Slight negative.
I'll try to stay away from benevolent answers, but why not help out?
Is there anything I can do?
Afra looks at you with some surprise before dabbling at her nose with a sleeve. It's a kind offer, but I don't know if I could impose this on you. It's not a small favor. I'm worried about the baby, about the legacy. I told Kalisha as much as I could, but all I know is for a long time now, every child born in the Gildan Vale has been soulless, empty. It's happened to so many mothers, and Lord Redrix, he's exiled all of them, calling it a sign of the gods' disfavor. With my Hathorns gone, I don't know how I'd manage if I lost my home too. I hoped Kalisha could help me. They say Ranga, an old midwife, knows a way to prevent a child being hollow-born, but she moved south to Anslog Compass 2 seasons ago. Anslog's Compass? The journey's too far for me. I can't make it as I am, but I don't know anyone else now with Kalisha gone. More tears run down her face. Please, can you help me? Well, got all kinds of guild shit.
That's a long ways to go. What's in it for me?
I can only offer you coin, but Ranga has many potions and crafts for sale. Maybe you'll find something of interest. So it wouldn't be a wasted trip. I'm sorry. I don't have much. You're welcome to some of my food if you want, and my kitty. Cat, if you want to take him too. I have some fruit.
I'll think about it if I ever head that way.
Afra nods, though her expression falls. That's all I can ask, thank you. She takes a shaky breath. I'm sorry, I need a moment. She turns away, covering her face with her hands. All right.
Nice cat.
This worn, dog-eared book is titled Travels Upon the Kelglass Sea. There's an etched illustration of a vast finned leviathan. What will we do with the drunk sailor? What do we do with the drunk sailor? Oh. Okay. Sorry. I won't steal your milk and sugar. But if your cat doesn't leave me alone, I'm going to hack it into pieces. In fact, I want to see if I can hack it into pieces.
Bring that.
Oh, snap! Cat is toast. Look like you gotta fight back, dude.
Kill them all. I'm not gonna get beat by some woman.
There's some very disorganized saves here. Okay. Alright, so we're helping out Afra. We might as well. There's gonna be some money in it for me. It's a Mother's Plea quest here. What do we do with the drunk sailor? By the way, if you're not in the know, the Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 Enhanced Edition, Icewind Dale Enhanced, Planescape Torment Enhanced, and Neverwinter Night Enhanced, that was all redone by Beamdog, is being released on console, I think October-ish. Anyways, they're doing very spectacular collector's editions. I've already purchased the Ultimate Collector's Edition, where there's all 6 games bundled into one nice chest with a beholder, dice tray, and all kinds of cool shit. I got that and keep in mind, these aren't being released on PC. I already own them digitally on PC, but I wanted a physical version, and there's no physical PC version of this Grandier. So I went ahead and picked that up. But now that I got a Switch, I'm thinking about picking up the individual games on the Switch and leaving my Ultimate Collector's Edition sealed for eternity, collecting dust on a shelf. More useless than Elf on a Shelf. I don't know, I might just open all this shit one day and then throw it in the fire. You see 4 people gathered by the door to the inn. Their raised voices and chopping gestures suggest an argument reaching its climax. The first figure raises his hands for calm. His face is partially obscured by a hood, but his height and stature suggest enough.
I meant no offense. Let's put this matter to rest over a round, shall we? My treat.
Hoping to soothe our pride with a few Adira coppers, eh? We don't need your coin.
Ooh, a fight!
I mean, come on, dude. It's like they put lines of dialogue in here for Lug himself. One of the other men glares at the hooded elf. His eyes are red from drink, but his gaze is focused.
You've got a lot of gall marking us in our own village. We don't take ill treatment from foreigners, especially not Adrians. Adarians. Don't make us build a wall.
Go on. Say it again. I'm itching for an excuse.
Why, you're itching for the kindling touch of your sister, you cocksfeather!
Oh shit, I like this guy.
Cut that barrel-looking tongue out of your head.
This is a misunderstanding. I didn't say whatever it is you think I said. We've nigh quarrel.
He plants his feet. Something surly and raw flickers through his eyes.
That's where you're wrong.
You're not gonna take that from him, are you?
They turn their ire on you.
No, and we're not taking it from you either, dickhead. You done fucked up. You got gibbed.
Prisoner!
You got gibbed too, bitch. Look good.
At last, the attackers fall. The elves turn to you. The tension almost gone from his smooth face.
Not quite how I hoped to get to know the neighbors. Thank you for your timely assistance with that awkward situation.
Actually, that was fun.
Then I can't imagine you lack for entertainment in these parts.
He straightens his hood, and you note the remains of fraying embroidery on his gloves. His boots are caked with dirt of many months' travel, but the leatherwork beneath is sturdy and fine.
Well, I suppose introductions are in order after that little fiasco. Aloth Corvusser, at your service.
You'd better have more to say for yourself than that.
He holds up his hands. Please, I don't mean to drag you into this.
I'm a wizard by training, and an adventurer by necessity. I was born in the Seathwood, part of the mainland of the Adir Empire. Both of my parents served the nobility, which afforded me an education for which I am grateful. However, there were no open positions in those houses, and so I decided to seek new means in a new land. And how exactly did you come to be here?
I was traveling with the caravan, but we were separated near some ruins.
In Gwithan Ruins? Well, those can be dangerous places during the best of times, which these are not. And half the locals would arrest you for trespassing, and the rest would kill you outright. I'm curious. What exactly did you find there?
Several hooded figures operating a strange machine.
Aloth goggles at you silently, apparently assessing your earnestness. Finally, he gives you a clipped, awkward laugh.
You do manage to find yourself in rather interesting predicaments.
How did you manage to cross those 3 drunks?
I'm afraid that was a matter of misunderstandings and mistranslations. It doesn't help that people in these parts remember their war with Adir like it was yesterday.
You did tell that one man to go fuck his sister.
Ah, that. He clears his throat and adjusts his sleeve. As I tried to tell them, they misheard me. Happens all too easily after a few pints, and the accent doesn't help.
Interesting. I heard the same thing.
For just a moment, he looks as if he's about to say something else. His expression brightens with mischief. But before he can speak, he forces a tight smile, biting his lip so hard you'd expect to see blood. Finally, his face relaxes, and he shakes his head. I should speak more clearly next time. My apologies.
What are you doing here, in the Gilded Vale?
An excellent question. I came looking for fresh air and cheap land. Instead, the magistrate gave me directions to the inn and a story about the local lord's expectant wife. But I take it that's a familiar tale.
And you?
I've been experiencing strange things of late. I'm looking for an expert on souls.
Indeed. The local lord has searched far and wide for similar specialists. He has rid himself of them almost as desperately.
He nods at the gnarled old tree in the center of town. His darting glance takes in the tumble-down buildings and the fallow, rock-strewn fields. I expect that such expertise would be best sought elsewhere.
You don't exactly look like a settler.
Begging your pardon, but neither do you. Yet, circumstances can find a person in the strangest of places.
Yeah, cool story, bro. I gotta get going.
As should I, given recent events. It's just as well. I've had enough of the watered wine and lumpy beds at the inn. They say even the owner tired of the place. Just up and left one day. It explains quite a lot about the upkeep. Perhaps I could join you. I could use a change of scenery, and I find it's better to travel in numbers.
Meh, so do I. I could use your help, considering I just got my ass kicked by Yogi Bear on screen ago. Not to mention I can't find shit in between rocks.
Excellent. I shall follow you.
All right. Our first party member. Our first party member that I chose to be a party member.
Yes?
Let us check him out. Elf. First level wizard, wood elf, from a deer, a gentry. Decent stats and some good intelligence and dex. Into the lore. You can use level 2 scrolls even. He's got spells like Archimir's Dazzling Lights, which puts on a bewildering pyrotechnic display, decreasing opponents' wills and leaving them dazed. Fan of Flames creates a cone of fire. That is our D&D cone of fire spell. Burning Hands, if you will. Minoleta's Minor Missile. That's probably magic missile. Summons 3 spell missiles that batter the target. Yep. Crush or corrode damage. Wizard's Double. So this is the mirror image spell. Creates a duplicate of the caster. They did a fine job avoiding any kind of litigation or legal battle by renaming their shit. Bravo, Obsidian. You are the company that BioWare should have remained, but did not. Alrighty, let's see. I like it. We have our records over here with Mr. Aggressive Luglug. Faintly good reputation, having completely bombed. Most time in party, well, I guess I don't count because they lost been in it for 4 minutes. He's wearing a cape, a hood, some unique leather armor. Alos leather armor has been lightly enchanted to enhance his spellcasting abilities. It also appears to have custom decorative patterns. Can't fucking read right now. Stitched into the surface. Unlike most deer wooden leather armor, Alos has been tailored in the Adir style, meaning that the torso is more heavily reinforced, but it lacks sleeves due to Adir's hot and humid climate. Interesting. It's got a kick-ass looking spellbook too. His grimoire. Oh man, I can't wait to LP grimoire. That's going to be a hell of a year. Wizards have the ability to learn a staggering number of spells, but they are always limited by the capacity of their grimoires. At any given time, a grimoire may only contain 4 spells of each level. Click on a spell on the right panel to remove it from the grimoire. Add spells to empty slots by clicking on the spell in the left panel. Ooh, that's going to take all kinds of research.
How may I help?
So I click on him there, and then there's the spells. Oh, that's cool. Loving the radial deal. Arcane Assault. Unleashes bolts of magical energy from the grimoire that inflicts raw damage and dazes targets. It's like a spell from the spell itself. We also have, apparently, Kalikoth's Sunless Grasp. The caster's hands become so cold. This is, what is that? Not Shocking Grasp, but there's the freeze version. Ghost Touch or some shit. Does freeze damage to the target and reduces accuracy.
What is it?
Party member. Oh, and I get to level him myself. We want him to be our lore whore. I don't know if I should bother to put him in mechanics at all. 0 + 1 for being a wizard. Traps and locks can be a problem for even the toughest adventurers, draining their resources and maiming or killing those who are unfortunate enough to trigger the unseen. The mechanic skill makes it easier to open locks and find and disable traps. Additionally, any character can use the mechanic skill to place traps of their own. Might be something worth getting into. I mean, the cost here, points to advance. I just feel like I'll probably get another party member that is better at mechanics. I think I'll take that chance. Actually, I'll just wait to level him because I want to look up on all this shit. That's quite a bit to take in. Okay.
What is it?
Let's head into here. Gonna be wrapping this video up shortly. Oh, it's the tavern.
As you wish.
Welcome.
Hello and welcome to the innkeeper looks up. Oh, it's you. Tenfred told us what you did for him. It's such a relief to have him back. I can't thank you enough. Well, we got some reputation for that, unfortunately, in the wrong direction, but hey, looking for reward. Consider yourself a favorite at this house. Discounts on the drinks. Oh, there we go. That's a big win for Lug Lug. Rooms. Tenfred said he wanted to whip up something nice for you. He's already back to work in the kitchen. So what would you like?
Come on to see what you got for sale.
Sure you'll find something to your liking. We have the finest cook in Deerwood. Not quite sure how this works. Do you have straight money I can take? Retrain character. Yeah, we're getting paid for this. This is all garbage, really. I'm missing something. I don't see how to know how much money she can leave. Or I'm clicking on the wrong thing like a dumbass. I'd probably teach this to my mage. Recruit adventurers.
Well met, friend.
Oh, that's interesting. We have room for another character. Well, that wraps it up for this video, folks. Stay tuned for more Pillars of Eternity.